So, welcome in to Monday, the 14th.
Yep.
It's Pi Day. You know what that means, don't you?
3.14.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, you'll find out who that person is in a second. Unbelievable. So you may have noticed a tricky little quirky edit at about 3 minutes and 50 seconds yesterday. That's because this guy was talking about his sponsors and referred to his beer sponsor as something that was not that. That's right. You can laugh.
Wait, was yesterday episode 20?
No, it's 21.
Oh, yesterday was 21. Okay.
So, you see where it says Labatt Blue Light? This was the only word that was correct. And so, 120 people watched it before I went, ah! And somebody actually tipped me off. Somebody said, oh! And I yanked it down immediately. And then there's this really jinky editing feature on YouTube. It's terrible. It would have been quicker if I dubbed it onto like an actual tape and cut it and spliced it. It's so archaic and shitty, but I managed to get it done. It looks really good too. It's smooth because in one frame I'm like this, and another one I'm like this. So it's completely stupid, and it's forever gone. So to the 120 or so of you who saw it, so welcome into the Joseph Reed Labatt Blue Light TC Paintball Studios. A little story about this. I talked to Rick, who runs the paintball place, TC Paintball, in Granville, Michigan. I found out that this bit of shittiness is not actually a banner. Yeah, that's right. This is a cloth used to clean his paintball equipment. Words from him today, because I promised him I would connect him to the right guy to make a banner, because I don't want his stupid cloth hanging off my mantle anymore. And he promised that he would get a new one. So I go, yeah, man, this is just not happening. He goes, yeah, it's used to clean guns. So that's what he gave me. So anyway, he's working on a new banner. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let me get one ad out of the way, and then I'm going to bring in our special guest. Man, you people have been dying to get this guy in here. I'll tell you what, email after email. Say, when does he come?
Right.
When does he get here? Okay, so there's this dude named Paul DeVos, who's just like any other DeVos, except he's not successful or wealthy. So there's no relation to the actual DeVos family. He's not related to one of the richest families in the history of our country. But what he is a DJ for weddings, and he wants you to hire him. You know, wedding season is coming, maybe not this year, but next, you know, you're planning a wedding. Want you to think about Distraction of Attraction. That's the name of his DJ service, distractionofattraction.com. Go to their website and check out their services, and reach out to them if a wedding is in your future. That's definitely something you want to check out. Maybe sign up, and all of the things will be taken care of for you, working with the bride, the groom, the family, whatever it is, whether you're into hokey pokey, dollar dance, Macarena, BTO, taking care of business. You think of any other staples that happen at a wedding? I don't know.
Chicken dance?
Chicken dance, my God, yes. Okay, they do it all. They do all that stupid stuff that you people still do at your weddings. And he'll do it with a smile on his face, even though those are all dumb things. So Distraction of Attraction, they want to DJ your wedding. Big supporters of the Eric Zane Show. Thank you very much. Check them out at distractionofattraction.com. We'll get to the gigantic Dutch lawn wizard a little bit later on. But I want to introduce a longtime friend of mine who has been referenced on the show many, many times. Freeburg Hot Wings often would say that this is my gay lover, and that I was in love with them many, many times. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fast Jimi. Fast Jimi, come on in here. Hug me, hug me, hug me. Thank you. Like a brother to me, family member. We say, you know, I don't know if you people do this in your day-to-day lives with your friends, but you should. Jimmy and I say I love you all the time.
It's true.
All the time. We've even talked about this on the air, about people who say I love you.
I remember when I first said it, you guys were making fun of me pretty badly.
On the radio?
Yeah. You threw me right under the bus.
Did I really?
Totally.
How did it go? Tell me how it went.
I can't remember the exact circumstance, but
Yes, speak up.
I can't remember the exact circumstance, but you basically told me that, yeah, you can't do that.
I did?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's terrible. That's awful. I bet it made you feel terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I've softened up quite a bit since then.
It's true.
Well, was it like one day into the relationship? Is that why? Did you say I love you like one
No, I don't think it was quite that soon, but.
So let's go back in time. Before we became the best of friends, we apparently interacted once or twice. And you know me, and you know how I react when I meet people on the street, like listeners of the show who I don't know.
Oh, it's smooth. It's smooth. It's perfect.
And first of all, you notice that I always touch people whenever I meet them. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then, but you got the classic, hey, how you doing? When I first met you, didn't I?
Yeah.
And where was that? Do you remember where it was?
First time it was it that one at the Y?
The first time we ever spoke was at the
Y.
YMCA. You were with, what is that sweet lady's name?
Maureen.
Maureen, yes, a nice friend of, like a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell happened. I think you said, hey, I listened to the show or something. Do you recall what you said to me?
It was something pretty benign. It's just, I'm a listener, I'm a fan.
When that ended, what did you think? Oh, that's terrible. He thinks I'm an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, just like anybody else. Whatever.
Okay.
This happens all the time.
Okay. So that
Good to me.
That ended, and then you know what actually happened, and I don't know if it was before that or after that. My friend Kendall his baby was being baptized.
That's right.
Was that before?
Right.
It had been before.
It was pretty close, but
And James was getting baptized, your firstborn.
My firstborn, yeah.
And I had never, and then Kendall said, hey, see that guy over there? I go, yeah. He goes, does he look fast to you? I go, I don't know. He's fast. It's Jimmy Minima. He's fast as shit, man. He flies on the bike. You shouldn't believe. He runs like crazy. Jimmy does endurance sports, and with me, he's fast. So he's pointing it out to me, and I go, oh, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I didn't do any endurance sports at the time, so I didn't care. I was like, yeah, whatever. Thanks, man. And I remember saying to that, I go, yeah, he looks like an arrow.
An arrow? What does that even mean?
I don't even know. Straight and long, I guess, maybe. But anyway, so then I ran into you at the YMCA, and then the next time I ran into you was at a triathlon.
Yeah.
And it's the Reeds Lake Triathlon, pretty popular one here in West Michigan. And what had happened was I had just started getting into that triathlon thing, and I was doing this big fundraiser at this race, and with Kate Velding. And I was pulling her in a cart and pushing her, the whole deal. And you walked up to me.
Before the race started.
Pitch black.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think you commented on the fundraising or the charity or something.
Yeah. I thought it was great what he was doing, for sure. Had to let him know.
And you know what I did? Yeah, thanks, man, thanks.
Blew me off again. In almost the exact same manner. Oh yeah, you're great, thanks. Yeah. Awesome.
So then,
see ya.
I get the fuck out of there and do this race, and I get home, and I'm looking like online at the online newspaper like MLive, and it says, I look at the picture of the guy winning the race, crossing the finish line. I go, that's that fucking guy that looks like an arrow from church. I go, and that's the guy I saw during the race, or I saw before the race.
Well, I yelled at you during the race.
Yes, you did, but I didn't put two and two together. Here's what happened. I see Jimmy in the picture. I don't know, okay, and I go, that's the guy who before the race spoke to me, holy shit. So I reached out to him on Facebook. Within like a day, we started getting in contact with each other. And then it was the first time, shortly thereafter, we said, hey, let's go for a bike ride. And then I'll get to that story in a second.
Sorry.
But you then, I think that's when you revealed to me that was you who yelled at me, because I on the bike course, and Jimmy passed me because I started way before him, and he said something to me, and I don't know what the fuck it was, but he passed me and he goes, that's what it sounded like to me. But it was in fact an inspirational quote that now I didn't know it at the time, but it was, I believe, Steve Prefontaine.
Steve Prefontaine, yeah.
The amazing U.S. Olympic distance runner. He's now dead. But he was known for all these crazy great quotes. And this one was, if I'm not mistaken, to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
You got it.
Ha!
See, it was an important moment for you too.
And I was like, what the fuck is that guy? But at the time, I didn't know what it was. I was like, yeah, sure, man, thanks. If you're close to me, I'd pat you on the back. Whatever, get the fuck out of here. It was crazy. So I get a hold of Jimmy a couple days later, and was it the first day that you loaned me the bike? No.
No, you came over, we pseudo fit you on it, and then I think it was that following weekend.
Okay. He had a bike that I borrowed.
Yeah.
And it was not like set up for me. I mean, he's tall, I'm short, but I don't know if that was the reason why. But we went on a pretty decent ride with a couple other people, if I remember. And then about halfway through the ride, I go, I can't feel my dick. And I really could not feel my dick at all. I mean, it was like unbelievably not there. It was incredible. So what did I do? I kept riding. So
I didn't realize that happened during the ride.
maybe it didn't. I don't know. It might. I thought it was before, but maybe I just barely noticed it. But
maybe.
by the time I got home, for sure, I got off that bike and it was stone cold numb. I mean, absurd numb. Now, even now, occasionally I'll get that, but you just kind of get out of the saddle before long, it's fine. That did not happen. Something went horribly, horribly wrong. And then I think I called you, didn't I? Like that night, I was like, hey man, I can't feel my dick.
That's right, and I remember I could hear Diana in the background.
She's laughing.
Voicing her concern.
Laughing. He can't feel his dick! What am I gonna do? He can't even feel his dick, Jimmy!
You broke him!
What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
You're in your stupid bike. Now he's broken. Yeah.
So, I remember it took about a week. I went to the doctor. I went to my physician. Hey, doc, what's the matter, Eric? Well, I was on this bike and now I can't feel my dick. And I had to tell him that, and he's like, and he actually remember him laughing in my face, go.
Did you tell your doctor? Did you use that word, dick?
No, I just said, doc, I can't feel my penis. It's not there. My penis is not there, doc. So that was unbelievable. What else? That was a good adventure. Do you have any other favorite adventures? There's a billion. Because I got one if you don't have one.
So, I don't know.
Do you remember when my wife, we were in Florida, and you were in the front seat with me while we're driving towards Kissimmee, and my wife was in the back seat with your wife, and she has this horrible habit where when she sneezes, she screams at the same time. So where you or I would go, achoo, she goes, ah! Fuck. It freaked everybody out so bad. And the quickest way to make my wife laugh, like you've never heard laugh. I know you've heard my wife laugh a lot, but you've never heard her laugh like this, is if she scares somebody. And everybody in the car goes, bah! And you actually would, and like you physically, and your wife goes, oh my God. What the fuck was that? Oh, I just totally spit it everywhere. Holy shit.
Classic.
So, someone can slow-mo that, please, and make a gif of that coming out of my mouth. Yeah, that was incredible. It scared the hell out of everybody. And she laughed for about 10 straight miles.
That was the first time I experienced the laugh.
The laugh?
Yeah.
And you actually go, what is that?
Is that real?
Is that real? That was great. My God.
That was perfect.
I came up with an idea on a bit today that I want to do on the radio. And it is, you would go out, somebody would go out, and it could be anybody, and there's a certain person who I think you could pick out as a Trump voter. Somebody who would support Trump. And I
Are
don't
you
know.
saying it's like you'd be able to visualize?
Well, I've got an
see?
idea of what a Trump supporter looks like because there's been a lot of stories about Trump rallies in the news, which I'm going to get to in a second. And it seems like the people that I see at those rallies are the same people that I have in mind are all Trump voters. So no offense to all Trump voters, but if you're like the guy that I saw today, in the store, you really like denim. So this guy had those fucking acid wash jeans and a jean jacket and a camouflage hat. And I was this close to saying, excuse me. And if I had a recorder, I would have made up a,
Is this the bit?
Yes, I would have made up a, and I was like, excuse me, I'm doing a experiment. I think I can predict, just by my gut and instinct, who a person is going to vote for in the upcoming election. If I am able to correctly guess it, will you confirm or deny? Hopefully he'll say confirm. He said, sir, I predict that you are going to vote for one Donald Trump. And then he's going to, and if he is, and if I say it like that, he'll, it's almost like I'm welcoming him, and he'll go, well, hell yeah, I will. And so I think that guy was voting for Trump, and I think you can just by, attire, like what they're wearing, predict whether or not somebody would vote for Donald Trump.
And you ask the question.
Yes.
It leads to the animation.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything proceeds.
Hi.
Hey.
Who's here now? Did you know that I had a surprise guest today?
No.
I know it.
You didn't tell me.
No.
I thought I was just
Superstar.
gonna be. I thought I was gonna be pseudo director.
Yeah, he was standing behind the camera. I go, no, get in here,
No, that's
man.
my job.
So,
Hi.
hi. So I brought him in because you had things to do. So,
Yeah, I've got
Not that you're replaceable
Wait.
by any means.
right.
I had to teach 14 girls on the run.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. What, Madison?
Come in the shot on
Yeah, you can always do that. Come on.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, you.
Dude, I gotta change and run. I gotta meet Katie Carpenter.
For running?
No, for
Yeah, going out to eat. Okay, cool. All right. Excellent.
I already ran.
But yeah, we were just sharing some old memories. That time when you screamed so loudly on the way to, when you're in
The
Florida,
first laugh
I
experience.
did not
you screamed and
scream, I
sneezed.
sneezed.
Yeah, I know what you did. It's what you always do. You
Screezed.
You screezed. I was imitating you on the camera, and it's more like this. That's what you do.
Because I think Susan peed a little because she
Oh,
wasn't
she scared her so bad. Do you remember what she said? I think
She said that she was
That's what she said.
I think I peed a little.
I peed a little.
peed a little. That's right.
As it falls away into the distance.
Wait till you see episode 20. He hasn't seen episode 20 yet.
Which one's that?
That was
Oh,
the one with
God.
Daisy.
Perfect. Hey, did you do anything? Spend some time with Diana for her birthday?
Yeah, we went out to eat. It was just the three of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We went to one of those burger joints. Don't say any names. We went to one of those burger joints where it's like $80 for a burger. That's like this new thing. There's a few of those places that are around.
But it's fantastic, right?
Yeah, but it's a freaking burger. I mean,
It's true.
it's a hamburger.
It's ridiculous.
Still like it. I'll still go. You're right. It is pretty great. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, I'll get to Stuart in a minute and his and Lake Effect.
I love Steve.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Jimmy here hired Lake Effect Property Services.
Absolutely. Highly recommend
Based
it.
at, that is awesome. That is
Highly
so great.
recommend it.
Anybody who's done that, thank you.
Stuart
you guys are
was
awesome.
on it, man. He's the real deal.
Thank
He's
you.
good people.
So, have you been following the Trump, the whole saga with Trump at all?
Not very closely. I mean, I listen to NPR like on my way to and from work. And...
Couple things. First of all, the show House of Cards is the latest season on Netflix. Now this, as you may or may not know, it involves the manipulation of the American people and the government in itself by Kevin Spacey's character. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but the level of the horrible activity and deplorable behavior is incredible on this show. And I think that Trump is catching up to the show. It's strange how that show just came out for its latest season, and this whole thing is going on. And I can't tell what is more unbelievable. The fact that this is all unfolding before our eyes, and the show, and the tie-in of how ridiculous the show is compared to the real guy. The latest is at these rallies, and this is stemming this violence from Donald Trump. You know about this, don't you?
Yeah.
The fact that some time ago, weeks ago, Trump was upset at a protester and encouraged his supporters to break the guy's face.
I read that.
So here's a guy who is trying to get the highest seat in the land and talks about his privates in the debate and encourages the guy who I saw at the store today wearing a blue jean jacket and a camouflage hat to break the face of people who are saying, I don't like you, which is what's happening. Chicago, they canceled it because things were looking bad. And then did you
cancel the rally?
Yeah, there was a rally that was canceled in Chicago because of so much trouble that was brewing with the protesters and the people, what they would do to the protesters. Did you see the guy get jacked in the face?
No.
I forgot where that one was.
Like a cell phone camera?
It was several angles of it actually, but you know, a typical Trump rally where it's packed to the gills, and this young man is with the organization Black Lives Matter, and he's making an ass of himself, being stupid at a Trump rally. What an ignorant thing to do. But he's doing his thing, raising hell, and they are escorting him out. And
like the police?
yeah, the cops are security, and I think it's a cop actually, or more than one cop. And they're escorting him out, and you see this old timer who looked just like the guy I described earlier in this video, except he had a big, gigantic, stupid-looking mustache.
I did see this.
And he, 72 years old, and moved like a cat. He comes in and throws an MMA elbow.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Throws an elbow, I mean like this, not a punch, the elbow. And it hits him like that. It was bad. This guy went down like a ton of bricks. I mean, boom! And I think he ended up, are you leaving?
Love you all.
Okay, love you, bye. This guy ends up getting arrested.
Yeah, love you, bye.
The old man gets arrested in the deal. And, but before, I'm pretty sure he got arrested, but before he got arrested, they put a camera on him, and he said, well, I thought he was from ISIS. I thought he was from ISIS. He's lucky he got punched. Next time we're gonna kill him. He actually said, next time we're gonna kill him.
Even though he was wrong. About who
Yeah, absolutely, but you can't, that's what I'm you know, with these people, there is no logicking your way through it. There is no reasoning through it. That is their guy. They have drank the Kool-Aid. There is nothing you can say or do about it.
What was that other video that, it seemed, that's what I thought when I said I thought I saw that video, was somebody was walking through.
What do you want? What? You know, we're freaking trying to do a job here.
Is it my shirt? What's the problem?
What? Just say it. You're just cracking up.
I was just a little confused. I thought he said I thought. What did he say? You thought he said I thought.
Hey, well, just put your tongue. We're trying to get a thought out.
Anyway.
Now he's completely rattled. You threw us off. Go back over there. Go hang out with your boyfriends.
I don't have to leave yet.
Are you going somewhere?
God.
Jeez.
I'm
Like
sorry.
10 minutes.
It seemed a similar sort of
I was having a
setup.
nice conversation with
Okay,
you.
carry on.
Was that at a Trump rally where a guy was walking up being escorted out,
And he gave the finger.
gets hit, somebody gets hit, and the guy who got actually ripped out was the guy who got hit?
Yes.
Was that the same video?
Yes, that was the one I was describing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that
'Cause
old man.
the video that I saw didn't show the old guy getting pulled out.
Well, I think it happened well after the fact that he ended up getting in trouble. But I just.
Because the dude who got sucker clocked was the one who got drug out by security and thrown on the ground.
Yes, that is how it happened.
Okay.
And so, you know, this whole thing is just an unbelievable story, and I am at a loss. I really am. I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he will be the Republican candidate unless something really strange happens at the convention.
Seems undoubted at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what that means for Clinton or Sanders, because who knows where. But this is, I think it's a great story, but man, I don't know. I don't know if we all
want
win
the
here.
leaders of the free world to be a story.
Whew, yeah. Is there anything you want to say before I get to the end of this? You feel hurt now because we.
It's because I took your spot.
Well, I'm usually behind the scenes anyway. I only make an appearance.
Well, that's
every
what I thought I was going to be doing.
Yeah, I only make an appearance every once in a while.
Okay. All right. Well, before we wrap up, this is Stewart's company, Lake Effect Property Services, retaining wall, cutting the grass this year for you, fertilizing. He does it all. Top-notch
Fixing all
job.
my drainage issues.
Yeah. So if you need anything at all, consider Lake Effect Property Services in and around West Michigan. They're at lakeeffectps.com. If you, for whatever reason, miss any of this, just send me a note on the messenger on the fan page, and I'll direct you personally to Lake Effect Property Services. Good guys over there, and they will take care of you. Every dollar that you spend, a little bit of that goes to charity too. Benjamin's Hope is a Ottawa County autistic and cognitively impaired person facility. It's like an outreach place where kids go, young people, old people, doesn't matter. And you know, 5% of your bill goes towards that organization. So if that's something that you want to do, sign up for Stewart. Some of your money goes to that great cause. All right, that's going to do it for today. Jimmy, thank you.
Dude, thank you. This was
You
fun.
didn't expect this, did you? You thought you just had to stand.
I seriously thought I was going to be back there.
Yeah, he goes,
I
what
sit
do
back
I
there.
do? I go, what do you mean, what do you do? You sit down, I'll invite you in.
I thought I was going to be able to stand back there
You
and
are
cackle.
second guest. How are you feeling for triathlon season this year?
So far so good.
Yeah?
You know?
Do you have any big races, like Ironman brand races that you want to do this year?
Well, like you, I'm gearing for Riverbank for sure, first off the bat, and then, you know, we'll see. Maybe an Ironman in October, maybe
Okay.
maybe not. I don't know.
Well, all right. Well, I know that as you get older, it's tougher to train, isn't it?
It sure is.
That's because all these kids and crazy neighbors.
Kids, crazy neighbors, and sick kids, and man.
You know what is? Can I talk about the one thing?
Dude, yes.
Do you remember what H1N1 is? You know what H1N1 is, don't you?
Yeah, the pig virus or whatever it is.
Swine flu. Isaac has swine flu.
I had to
does?
take him to the ER on Saturday night.
It kills people.
Oh no.
Well, they told me that he had it, and I didn't, I mean, I had heard of it obviously, but I didn't know of any of the details until I called you.
I looked at it, because
told
right
you.
away I went, what? I did what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
But
that.
he's feeling way better. Like,
Is it-
he's back to Isaac.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How long was he out, down and out for?
I mean, it's been cyclical for like the
Dude,
past month.
that, and I'm glad, I wouldn't say this if he hadn't come around, but Joe's old pal Ben, that
Oh,
killed
that's
him.
right.
From
He was
H1N1,
older.
he died from swine flu. Killed him.
That's scary.
Ugh.
Scary.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
Susan, ignore that part.
Don't listen to that part. He's
Yeah.
fine now.
Okay.
And he's young.
Oh, you must be comfortable here because Lincoln is in the room. That is rare. That a cat will be in a room when there's a visitor here. It's part of the family.
I have that way.
Enjoy the rest of your Monday.
He's like the pet whisperer.
Love you very much. Peace. Okay, you can shut me
Want me
off.
to shut it off?
Yeah. If you try not to fall.
Can you?
Try not to fall.
I got it. I'm good.
See ya.